Hey, Lindsay Nico from Cliff Jones RV here in Sealy. I got Tommy, our technician. They got your RV ready. He'll be going through and showing you everything about your new RV.
Good afternoon. Happy to show you this vehicle before you receive it. So I'll go as slow as possible. And we'll start with the main bedroom. So up front here, we have some lighting. That's above bed lighting. Now these are push button only, so you don't actually have a switch on the wall to turn those on and off. Over here, you have a emergency window exit. There's also one located in the rear. You have a wardrobe over here, double door. This is where your TV mount is located. It's got the power 120 volts and it's got a cable hookup for your antenna. These lights up here are push button, or you can do it by switch right here. The other switch, if you can pan it above the bed, is the blue lights. So you'll have those available as well. That's the two. You got blue and white. It also comes with an air conditioner that's located in the bedroom as well. So this particular thermostat controls this air conditioner only, and it does not control the heat. The one in the main area controls your air conditioning for your main and also your heat for your unit. Now, I want you to keep in mind that both these ACs are ducted together. So one good scenario is if one of these ACs would go out, you would still have airflow throughout your unit from one of the other units. But when they're working together on a hot day, when necessary, they'll both be blowing out of the ducts. The ducts can be moved circularly around, and you do have two in the bedroom, which is pretty nice, and you do have some vents in here that you can open up as well. These are the quick cool vents. If it's real hot in there, I'll give you an opportunity to drop some of the air down here to keep it cool, to get it colder for you. So I'm gonna pan out, I'm gonna walk out of here. We're gonna go into the bathroom area. This is your master bedroom. Our bathroom is the only bathroom you got, of course. So you have a walk-in shower. This slides over, sets in place. It's a really good design. Got a shower head. It's got some pretty deep cabinet here for space. And it's got a medicine cabinet. This is pretty neat here. If you do have little ones or whatever, there's no light switch in here to turn these lights on and off. So if they come in here, it's a little motion light, so they have some lights in here. Right here is your GFI reset. Notice it's green, that means it's good. If you would not have that green, you would you would have power to all your GFI circuits. Come over here and reset that first. Then you have a push pedal toilet back here. It is porcelain, which is pretty nice. Pedal toilet. Right now I'm working off the water pump, so I'm pumping water out of the fresh water tank. So whenever you doing business, you can fill up the bowl by barely touching it, and it will fill up the bowl and then go down. And let's walk down toward the monitor panel. This is a very important area here, and I'll try to go as slow as I can. Right here is your voltage that's actually at your battery, 13.5 volts. Now this unit comes equipped with a solar panel, which is will trickle charge your battery. The controller's located up in the front wind storage area, and I'll show you that as well. It's going to read basically the same thing. This is a little bit more convenient for you to see. Right here is right exactly what it says. It's pre-wired for one control hotspot to get Wi-Fi. Nico can go over that if you have any more questions on that, how to go about getting that. Over here, this is your main AC controls. So you notice I have it on low auto. I do recommend, if you're on an AC, cool low auto or cool high auto. Now you can go to heat on this one. It controls your gas heat. And then you got your fans. I would always leave the fans on auto, so low cool auto, and then you set your temperature down or whatever. This right here is it comes with a water heater. It's either gas or electric. So to use it on electric, 110 volt water heater, once you have water in your system and to your water heater, you would turn this on, and a heating element outside, 120 volts, will maintain your water temperature. This is where it's pretty nice here. Well, it's actually coincide with each other, so you do have all your controls down here. You got an awning. It's a rocker switch. Slide, you got one of those because you have one slide. Kitchen lights, living room lights, outside blue lights, inside blue lights, and then it does have a heated holding tank. So if it gets real cold, you turn this on. It's got little pads underneath the tanks that will keep your tanks from freezing. Water heater, so if you want to use it on gas, you have this off, turn this on. It's going to automatically, if you have your propane turn on, it'll run off gas water heater. and this is the water pump switch. So if you're hooked up to city water, you would not even turn this on. That's only if you're off the grid. You don't have any water readily available. These are your controls for your monitor panel. So you got your battery indicator, which basically is obsolete because you have your voltage regulator right here. Fresh water tank, notice I got 2/3 in here. So I'm pumping water out of that. That will be dumped out of your unit when it leaves here. You got black 1, so that's your toilet for your your bathroom up here. And then you're gonna have a gray 1. That's for your shower water, sink water in your main bathroom. And grade 2 is going to be for your galley. That's for your sink. And I'll show you the sewer dumps. You're going to have two 3-inch pipes that come off this unit, one on the front driver's side and one on the rear driver's side, front of the slide and rear of the slide, that will allow you to dump your sewer and wastewater. Like I said, I'll get to that in a minute. So basically, we have this little touchpad. So you just push that on. I'm gonna go back to home. Perfect. Should go back here. Okay, touch it. Maybe you have better look. Here it is. Okay, so no, that's your home. So you got awning, leveling, lighting, and slide. So if we do lighting. So it's gonna, so that exterior light, interior lighting, kitchen lighting, and we have all that down here. So we'll go back again. And then you can go to your awning out, or you can put your slide in and out. We'll put slide just so you know what it's like. It doesn't like by touch. So if I want to go in, out, that's in, and then plus would be out. So you can use either or, whatever. This is really actually more convenient, but if you want to go ahead and deal with this, you can. So one last thing, it does have leveling. I want to show you that. If I can come up. There it is. So you can auto level from the front, but up in here. But normally it's easier to do it. There's also an auto level button outside. It'll be a lot easier once you get unhitched in place and you're set to go. Just get auto level outside. But you do have that auto level. All the instructions for this stuff is you do have it in your packet. So if not, you can Google it. They have everything on Google. So we got lighting. You got a nice little pantry here. And the lights come on when you turn it on the lighting on your control panel. Comes on in here, your kitchen lights. Got this is your converter box, what you call it in the industry. So basically this is going to convert 120 to 20 volts. So, 12 volts. So these are your 12 volt fuses. That's for like your awning motor, your lighting and stuff like that. These are your 120 volt for your appliances. So you have two ACs, AC, AC2, a fireplace, converter, which is this right here. Your general plugging, microwave, water heater, and GFI. So those are all, it's all mapped up like in your house. This is where your heater's located, so it's a little vent. This makes into a bed. I'm sure y'all researched this unit a little bit. This is your dinette. That makes into a bed as well. You remove the legs, put the table down on these little rails, and then you adjust your cushions to go make it into a nice little bed. So you do have a TV mount here. It's got all the, this is your power booster, so your antenna, then auxiliary satellite, USB ports. You do have a stereo, turn on, and you got different, we'll search for a talk show here.
1 million.
So that comes on, and you got different zones. You can turn it off. You got two zones. You got zone 1's inside speakers, zone 2's outside speakers. Then you got one touch mute, and then hold it down to turn it off. And then you do have a fireplace as well. So it comes with a remote, so you can do all your temperatures, and it does put out quite a bit of heat. So you do have these on your remote, and then you also have all this down here is basically the same thing. So it's a little bit easier with this. I'm going to turn it off like that. Leave that right there. I'm going to leave that in your second drawer for the top in your kitchen. Over here you have a 12 volt refrigerator. So you're going to gain a little capacity with the 12 volt refrigerator. Plus it's going to cool a lot faster. So this runs off 12 volts. So, and then your controls are down here. It looks like it's set. it's going to get colder. That coldest is 5. So normally in 3, you're going to get about 16, 18 up here, and about 38 down in your refrigerator. And to open and close, you just push this little lever right here. Microwave, 120 volts, been tested. Your literature's inside. This is your vent fan, so it doesn't have a light. Has a vent fan, takes a few seconds to ramp up. And of course it comes with a gas stove, so you would position this to high, turn your clicker on, it's gonna light that's your main burner, that's your hot burner. So turn it off, and then we go to the next one. That's the rear. Now, this is your cooktop here. This is kind of like opens up your countertop space. Notice it does say this is not made for cooking. It does come with a backsplash cutting board that lays right here. You can use that. It does have a tray here. You can put pots and pans or whatever down there. And once again, the kitchen sink. I'm running it off the water pump right now. So this unit's been tested, water pressure tested for 48 hours now. So that's normally what we try to do is make sure that we have it under pressure for a while to check for leaks and stuff like that. And it comes with a convenient little kitchen sink. And then you got, of course, blinds over here. And that pretty much does it inside the unit. If you look up above, you do have a fan, which is a 120 volt fan. It comes with a little loop pull that you have to pull to get it on. And up here's your main air conditioner. And then you have your ducting and so forth. And that's it. We'll go on and head outside. Over here you have your front storage area, so it goes all the way from your driver's side to the passenger side. If you're wondering what this might be, this is where you can possibly put a TV on a table or something, run your cabling and the power right here, and it does have the connections over here for your hookup. So normally this would be closed. Pet friendly. This is your propane tank space, so you have one on the driver's side and the passenger side. Now these are 20-pound, so they're fully topped off. But if you wanted bigger ones, the 30-pound, they would fit in there. And this is your regulator. So I don't know if you can see this little arrow right here. So it's on this line, which goes here. That means if this is green, that means you have gas. If this turns red, then you would turn it this way, turn this bottle off, go to the other side and turn it on, so you'd have gas. Now these locks right here are your white keys. All your cargo doors are your white keys. You got 2 white keys right here. So that's gonna lock this one. So that's locked. There are no locks for your propane tanks. Up here we have the front wet storage area, as I call it. Got your spare tire located here, your battery, and this is your battery disconnect. So if you have it in storage, you would just turn this off right here, and it cuts off all the power to the front inside your trailer. And then this right here, I don't know if you can see it or not, this is your controller for your solar panel. So right now it's reading 13.7, that's what you're gonna be reading inside. Those are right by your monitor panel. So you have some docking lights right here. So we turn these docking lights on. That's these blue lights on the front cap. I'll cut them off. And then this is like a little vent for your battery in case something would have your battery vent out here, not into your unit. And this is your auto level. That's all the controls. So first thing you do is to turn it on. You got to hold both the arrow down and the arrow up key on at the same time for about 3 seconds. And the light's going to come on. Then what you do is hit auto level twice, and it's going to go to the level. So this is what I normally recommend to use when you're unhooking from your tow vehicle. Once you have it in your place, in your spot, you hit this and twice, and then this light will start blinking. That means it's working. So this times out in about a minute, so it'll cut off. This is your other propane right here. And this is your other side here. It does have little motion sensors, lights in here that'll cut off. And then you got this curly cord, which goes up into your outdoor kitchen. You got a spray port you can plug it into, and a 25-foot, 50-amp cord. This is your outdoor light. You got your city water connection. This is where your city water would connect. This is where I filled up my fresh water tank. I told you earlier that I was using a fresh water tank to pump water out of the water pump. So this is where I filled it up with a water hose. This is your black tank flush. So whenever you're dumping your black tank, you go ahead and put a water hose here, and it's got a sprayer hose that goes inside there. It helps clean out your black tank. And of course, you got your cable, satellite connections. I don't know if you can get down here. This is your 3-inch for your front bathroom. So this right here is your gray. So the gray is your shower water, sink water, your bathroom. Right up here is your black. So that's the black, that's for the toilet. So right now that's open, that's closed. That's closed. So you always want to at least, always leave your black closed at all times till it gets full, till you dump it. And then you can dump this, you can leave this one open if you're at a park. It's just soapy water, but whatever you want to do, because you do have a black tank flush you can clean out your black tank with, instead of using the flush to hose with this. So you can scan back there, right there. See that white gate? That's going to dump your fresh water tank. So I have the fresh water 2/3, so I'll dump that. And then you got your low point drains. This is your galley dump, so it is a 3-inch as well. And then you got your pull. So you would rock that to be on gray 2. The ones up there is gray 1 and black 1. This is your outdoor shower, hot, cold running water. So this is going to take the silver key. So you got 2 silver keys. That's the only thing it goes to. Unlock it. And of course, your 50-amp short cord goes here. I have my search board. Yours has been tested. 200-pound capacity cargo rack. It comes with a LCI backup or observation camera. That's Nico can give you a little bit of insight on that, but it runs off an app. You got to download an app and sync it up. This is your water heater. So here we have a pop-off valve. This is your drain, gas valve, gas tube, igniter, and this is your element back in here. This is your control board. So basically you don't really need to do anything out here because you have both switches controls out there. So you don't have to come out here and turn anything on. So all you need to know about this is to get you a bug screen to go in there, keep like mud daubers and stuff like that out of it. But all your controls are inside there. That's basically for service. Then you got a storage area underneath here. Once again, this is the white key. This is your outdoor kitchen. So you do have a ice maker, which you feel it's doesn't have a water line going to it. You fill it up to a water level, turn on what size ice you want, and it batches about every 6 to 8 minutes. Pretty nice little thing. And then you have a 120 volt refrigerator out here. So it doesn't have an on and off switch control. Oh, it does. And this one does. So it's at 3 right now, but you can turn it off. So if you don't want it on, you can just turn it off. But normally you just leave it on. Whenever you plug it in, it's going to come on for you. This little kitchen tray here. This is your gas line. You're going to run this little burner here. This goes underneath here, and it's going to quick connect right here. Notice I said the spray port, that little blue curly cord, this is where this goes. You just plug it in here. Whether you're running off the freshwater tank or city water, it's going to get water pressure here. So they can rinse stuff off in this area here. And then we're back to the door, main door here. So you do have 2 keys for this door. They're the purple keys and they're numbered. So you got a deadbolt here, drop, and then your latch. So the latch is the top, deadbolt right here. I recommend everything's locked up when you're running on the road. Let me do the awning real quick. So that's going in, going out. So when you're going out, we're going to go out today. It's not too windy, but one of the things, if it's a windy day, or never leave this thing unattended with the awning out, or even go to sleep with it out. Any kind of gust of wind could cause damage to it. So when you see that flap come down, that's about as far as you want to go. Then we'll wrap it back up. Notice the outside blue lights are these awning lights and the speaker lights. Once it gets put back to the side of the unit, it's got a motor on the front side, which do a motor lock, so you don't have to worry about locking anything down while you travel. And that about does it. I hope you all enjoy your unit. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to show you.